So what I was saying, I think a lot of our sessions are gonna be good content for the that topping dude side. And that's one of the things I want to talk to you about. So since it came up, may as well talk about it now. These sessions, I think, are going to be good content, and I, I, I was originally thinking we could call it a series called Mentoring Tayo, but now I think a better title would be White Splaining to Tayo. And
Okay.
what I was thinking was we talk about a lot of personal stuff in these sessions. So what I would do is hand them over to you, and you can remove anything that you don't want made public, anything that's too personal for you that you don't, uh, want out in the world, and that's fine. I don't want you to put up anything that you're not comfortable with. Um, so we can decide when to start doing that. Whenever we decide to start doing that, uh, when we make when we turn these into video content, I want your face to be blurred out. I don't want you to be recognizable, and the reason is because this turns if this channel becomes successful, and I think that it's going to, um, then there's fame involved, and you don't want to be famous.
No,
I have
I like
been
that.
preparing for fame my whole life. I thought I was going to be I thought I was going to be famous when I was in my 20s, and I was trying to be. I was doing everything I could to be, and nothing was working. And I'm so glad I failed. So glad I failed
Wow.
as
Really?
far as being famous goes. There's a lot of other things I wish I hadn't failed at, but just as far as being famous, I'm so glad I did not succeed. I probably and we I was in a comedy group called the Comedy Cows, and we were actually on the trajectory to becoming famous. We were very good. We were very funny. We were young. Uh, we had we had the youth and arrogance you kind of needed to you know to make it, and the talent. And but we were having trouble working together, and we were starting to clash. And right when at the moment that if we had kept going, we probably would have taken off and become you know pretty well known to some degree. Um, we broke up, and I thought about that a lot, and I realized later that God, man, we were right on the cusp of success, and and we blew it. And I thought about it, and I said, if we had become successful as a young comedy group, who knows what would have happened. Anna was not ready for success herself. She would have become a really horrible person. I would have certainly gotten addicted to drugs, probably, uh, probably, probably either overdosed or got strung out on something really serious, or I just would have gone off the over the edge on drugs. I just know it, uh, and or would have said or did something that would have and I would have been embarrassed by to my very core, and probably would have been so embarrassed I would have killed myself, or I would have done something else. I would have died somehow. I know I would have. Um, either the success would have been very fleeting. It would have been very difficult to come off of that, to suddenly have all of this money and success and then have it yanked away from you in short order. I'm sure that's how it would have happened. So I'm really glad it didn't. And
Oh,
I always have to say, hey, thanks God for not letting me be successful, or at least not letting me be
yeah,
famous, because it would have been a disaster. It would have been
yeah.
exciting. My mom would have been happy at first, but not later.
I understand. The way you're white explaining it, I think it's going to be a good one because I listen to a lot of music too, mostly rap and hip hop, and I once managed an artist.
You once managed an artist?
Yeah,
Really? A
so
musician?
yeah, yeah, I'm a musician, and I kind of know how it is and how they think and how they kind of. So with the way you're saying it, it would have been a good one, especially if you had it and you don't have it anymore, because you were a group and it wasn't so strong. The fame would have broken you guys up more and in a more devastating way, because now there will be a lot of money involved. There will be ego, there will be money, greed, and a lot of things. The
Yeah.
breakup would have, broken the deal, because whoever is going to sign you guys is not going to see you guys as a talent. Is going to see you guys as a group of talent. So if you guys happen to break up, then that's the end of the deal, and that would have been that would have not been good.
Yeah, it would have been such a bad scene if we had kept going because we weren't working well together. We were seeing things completely differently, and the, yeah, it would have been bad. So
Fine.
so so one of the things I've been wanting to so when we do this series, we might even want to change your name if you want to, but definitely blur your face because I don't want you to be famous, and you don't
I
want to
don't
be
want to.
you don't want to be either. Good.
I've been someone that I just always want to do my thing without people noticing, and also it has
Well,
never been my, you know.
that's that's one of the interesting things with me is that I wanted fame when I was young. I wanted fame so badly. I wanted it so badly, and I thought I was destined for it. I thought it was like rightfully mine. I thought it was just a matter of time. As I started getting closer and closer to 30, I was like, "What's happening? I haven't become a famous movie star yet. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Cutting it down to the wire, aren't we?" But well, that never happened. I thought everything was just going to happen by itself. I was like, I'm in Hollywood. Doesn't seem to be too much going on around here.